Welcome everybody to episode 6 of my speedbuild series. In today's speed build, we are building another family home. This build is a little smaller, compared to the last one at least. I just wanted to build another family townhouse, but this house is, like I said, smaller than the other one. It has like one floor less than my first speed build, which is located like behind the house next to this. This speed build isn't necessarily the most creative one, but yeah, I just really felt like building a house like this. But the next speed build is going to be a little different, I think. I don't have like the idea in mind yet, but I think I'll figure something out that is a little different, because I feel like I've built like a lot of houses in this kind of style, and I'm not necessarily sick of it because this is like my favorite building style. But yeah, I think I'm gonna build something a little different in the next speed build, or maybe like the one after that. Yeah, so this house has like a beige greenish color scheme. I really wanted to use these windows, which are new CC that I downloaded. Yeah, it has 3 bedrooms, one bathroom, well, like one bathroom and like one smaller bathroom, but like, or just like a toilet downstairs. It is, like I said, a family home. I built one kids room and one shared toddler room with like 2 toddler beds in it. Yeah, so it's a little more tight in this house, but I don't think that is bad by any means. I absolutely love these doors, even though I'm not like a big fan of the trim being bigger on one side than the other. But I really love how these doors look otherwise. Yeah, the room where I just placed down some tiles is the upstairs bathroom. In this house, I didn't commit my usual mistake and did like giant rooms. The rooms here are, I think, more normally sized. But I did have some, not problems necessarily, but especially for the master bedroom, I really wanted this to be like a bigger room. But anyways, okay, moving on, we are going into the bathroom. The color scheme for the bathroom is also kind of grayish, not really beige, but like gray. I tried to incorporate some furniture which I usually don't use as much, like this mirror for instance, or like the sink. But yeah, and I also usually use a different shower. But I really like how this bathroom turned out. I think it's a little different than my usual bathrooms, and yeah, I really like how it turned out. I had to add like a little stool, of course, with the flowers that I use in every build. Yeah. I also added this radiator, but I'm going to replace it later on, because I think I mentioned this in the last speed build, but I did download a few more radiators. Yeah. I'm still not like a big fan of the ones that I use on this build, because they clip into the side of the wall when you place them in a certain way, which I don't really love. But yeah, so I had to be a little tricky with that. Yeah, moving on to the downstairs bathroom. In this bathroom, there's just like a toilet and a sink. I placed the same radiators there for now, but as I said, I'm going to change them later on. And of course I had to use these stars. And I also painted the ceiling of the downstairs bathroom in the same color as I did the walls and the trim, which I think look really nice. I added a little trash can in both bathrooms, and then I add, of course, a little stool with some decorations and also some soap on it, because on the sink, which is like attached to the wall, it's not just like floating in the air, it's attached to the wall, and there is no place to place down a sink. Then we move on to the kitchen, and I really like how this kitchen turned out. It's kind of cozy, and I did use some color in this kitchen. for these higher shelves, I had to clip them slightly into the wall, but just like slightly, so that the cupboards underneath, that the white from them wouldn't show. I also, about these doors, I absolutely love that that there's like an option that is one tile white and another option that is like 2 tiles white and centered. So I could just replace the door earlier on and have it not clip into the kitchen cupboards. No, cupboard is the wrong word. Counters. Kitchen counters. Yeah. It's still kind of dark in here again, but I feel like this is going to be fixed later on as I'm adding a lot more windows. And I finally got to use this kind of fridge with the trim on it, because I think it really matches the rest of the kitchen. Then I also added a blender, sink, and then we move on to the first kid's bedroom. I was about to say bathroom again. No, it's a bedroom. Yeah, of course I'm using this bed again. Yeah, then for the bedding I went for a flower pattern again, which is a thing I think I use like a lot. Yeah, here you can see the radiators, which I later on replaced the other ones which I placed first with. I also painted the ceiling in this room as well. I mean, I painted the ceilings in general like in a white color, but I painted it in this room as well in the same color as the wall is. I really like how I added this like longer windowsill in this room. I think this is the only room where I'm doing that, but I still like it. Then I also added this vanity, which I think I've never used before in my builds, but I thought it fit like the vibe of this room, so yeah. Then some stuffed animals and some more decor elements. I think this room turned out really cute. Yeah, I was trying to place some stuff like a computer or like a laptop, something on the vanity, but unfortunately that is not possible. But I still wanted to keep it. Then we move on to the twins' bedroom, which is, or like not necessarily twins, but the toddlers' shared bedroom. But I did add some like 2 toddler beds, so it's most likely going to be used as like a twins' bedroom. Color scheme for this room is kind of blue, but I'm going to add some more color later on, like this orange, and I think a pattern, the little dinosaur pattern on the other bed. I think this room turned out really cute as well. And again, a radiator, some more stuffed animals. Like I said, I feel like this isn't the most creative build. I still really like how it turned out. I think it fits really well into the into the line of houses that is here, that is like located on that street. Also, I used this kind of lollipop light. I've never used this in any of my builds before, but I thought it kind of fit the vibe of this kids' room. Of course, a little stool. And that is the kids' room done. Then I move on to the parents' bedroom. Oh, also these radiators kept, I don't know, it's not really like clipping, but they kept like being in like a high position. I had to change it, and I don't know why, because like the whole house is like on, I mean, it's on a foundation, but the foundation is like on ground level, like on even ground level. I don't know why it kept doing that. For this bedroom, I went for a red and beige color scheme. And I was thinking about adding a TV above the wardrobe, but I decided not to go with that because it would be like really close to the bed. I think I haven't added like a TV in a parent's bedrooms or like a master bedroom so far in any of my builds, which is unusual because I used to do that a lot. Maybe in a future build, I don't know. Yeah, here you can see like my problem with the radiator clipping into the wall. which I really dislike, so I had to remove one of those. But it doesn't really matter, it's like not a large room, there's no need for like 2 radiators. Let me guess, yeah, I'm going again with these flowers, which I used upstairs already. And in this house, I'm actually going to add some toddler stuff downstairs. I think I'm going to do that later on. But in my last build, I kind of forgot. I mean, it was more like a nursery, the room which I added in my last build. So there isn't like a nursery for an infant and not for a toddler. So there isn't like a necessity for these things. But in this build, I thought about it and I added them later on, at least, like a high chair and a potty chair. Then, of course, I feel like I'm using this table and these chairs. Although not necessarily these chairs, but this table, I feel like I'm using it in every build. Anyways, that's the little dining area done. Then I moved on to the living room. And yeah, I used this, what's it called? I don't know. This TV display kind of thing, which I really like how it looks. Yeah, I went for like a lot of wooden tones in the living room and also some orange. I added these curtains. Yeah. Here you can see like the orange couch, the giant carpet. Yeah, I feel like this is the only really big room in this house. I mean, it depends on what you compare it to, but like compared to my other builds, you could see like the radiator clipping again. I don't know why. Compared to my other builds, I feel like this is the only relatively large room in this house. Yeah. Then I added some stools. No, not stools. What are these called? Anyways, you know what I mean. Yeah, and that is almost the living room almost done. Yeah, I added some more lights. Yeah. There you can see me adding the potty chair upstairs and the high chair downstairs. Yeah, and then I added some lights in the dining room as well. Or like some candles. I did the windowsill thing in here as well. I feel like this room is still kind of empty, but I didn't want to add like a big plant or anything because they annoy me so much because they keep clipping into the walls. Yeah, some more lights, and that is this house almost done. I think on the outside I'm going to add a little more stuff. Now looking at it, I realized that I didn't place down like a washing machine. So I should really build like a public, what is it called? Like a public washing thingy where people can go, because in the build next to this, I think I didn't add a washing machine as well. Yeah, I added some bikes outside and some more lights, and I'm going to add a railing. And I'm just realizing in this build again, I didn't add a parking space. I mean, they have their bikes. Maybe they aren't driving a car. Yeah. A custom ladder box and some plants outside. I really like these pots. I mean, are they pots? I don't know. And then I'm adding some decorations on the top of the roof. Just these little, there aren't really spikes. They're more like, I don't know. And I think that is this speed build done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next episode.